Rightio, boys. If you are here, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you to watch. And I hope this helps you as much as it helped me because I know where you are. That current state, you're fat, you have no confidence, you hate the way you look, you hate the way you feel, but you desire change. You desire to be somewhere over here, to have some confidence, to have some respect, to be ripped, to be rare, to have some status, to be happy, to desire more out of life. And you do desire more out of life, and you're capable of achieving it if you're here watching these videos. Now, just to preface, I'm Tom McGregor from New Zealand, competed a couple times in bodybuilding shows, and the confidence that it's given me of losing fat and getting these things in my life has been absolutely incredible, which is why I make things like these. I want to give them back, and I want to help men who struggle with these things, with being fat, with no confidence, with your bad daily habits and things like that. So that is my goal, that is my belief in life at the moment, is to give back, because I did the drinking, I did the drugs, I failed university, and I'm a pretty open book about things like that. So getting in shape literally changed my life, sober, confident, all of that. And this is everything in your way between getting from the fat, unconfident shell of yourself that you are now, and exactly how I overcame it so you don't have to think about it as much. And I've made it as simple as I possibly can, taken out all the fluff. So this is the exact step-by-step blueprint. So we're going to start by setting a time frame, setting your weight loss goal, why you want to do this, who you need to become, what is stopping you from achieving it, are you ready to take the blame, all the foods you need to eat, how to track, what to track on, what foods, the 3-2-2 method, so you only have to train 4 times a week for 45 to 60 minutes, some cardio, accountability, and mindset, habits, consistency, and discipline. These all are standing in your way between getting to here and here, but this is as simple as I possibly could have made it to help you from being the fat, unconfident version that you are at the moment, because I know how you feel. Now, this is linked down in the description, so we're going to do this together because I know what I used to be like. I know I used to say, oh, I'll just do it later. So hit that link in the description. You'll get your own copy. To make your own copy that you can edit, just hit the file button and then click make a copy. And then it will let you make one to keep for yourself so that you can come back to, so that you have this tracker, so you can lose this fat, so you can build the confidence instead of having no energy, instead of hating life. Because, yeah, I know you desire more. Because I was there too. I know how you feel. I know deep down you want more. You want to be a confident man that has status, that pulls girls, whatever it is to you that you want out of life. This is exactly how you're going to get it, through losing fat. First, we're going to set your direction. Total amount you want to lose. So I made this as simple as possible to explain. 17 pounds, time frame, 120 days. 120 divided by 7. Now you're obviously going to fill in your own for this, but you got your time frame, 120 divided by 7 days a week is 17 weeks. Right. So my current weight's here, and you're going to put in yours, and then your goal weight. This is the amount you're going to lose per week. Breaking it down to 1 pound per week sounds a lot more simple. Trying to look at that big old picture of like 120 days. Fuck, that feels like so long. 17 pounds, it seems like so much, right? So that's why we just break it down to the pound per week, so we can break it down even further to daily habits, which we'll get to in a second. But the questions you got to ask yourself: do you take the blame for where you are now? Because if you do not, you may as well get off. Because no one else ate the food for you, no one else built the bad habits that you've got now, no one else has the stress that you have. You decided to put that on yourself, so that is your fault. And I only say this because I know someone telling me that, oh no, it's okay because, or justifying any reasons. No. The moment I stopped and snapped was when I realized that it was all my fucking fault. So you got to come to that realization first. And then obviously you don't have the traits now of someone who's got the physique that you want, because otherwise you'd have the physique you want. Right? So you got to ask yourself, what traits does that person have? And I've put down a list down here, which we'll get to in a second, but you got to think about it for yourself. Right? Do they work out? Do they get up early? Are they disciplined? Are they consistent? Right? These are all character traits, which is awesome to know because that means you can control them, which means you can become that person. Right? So you got to ask yourself, what traits does this person have? Eating clean foods, hitting the gym, hitting their protein goal, things like this. Ask yourself, what is currently stopping you? Right? Because if you're driving home, for example, from work every single day, you go past a fast food restaurant, that's a bad habit if you stop there every time. But that's a fixable habit, right? We take a different route home. Because if we figure out what's causing all your stress, what's causing your anxiety, and I know they're hard questions that you don't really like to answer as men. We don't want to figure these things out. We'd rather just hide them away. But if you just answer them personally in here for yourself, ask yourself, what is currently stopping you? And then the big one, why do you want to change? Why do you want to lose the fat? Is it because you've got kids that, you want them to look up to you as a man? Because if you aren't looking after yourself as a man, they won't respect you. You know that. You know that deep down. Right? Things like that. You got to ask yourself, do you want confidence? Do you just want simple, good daily habits? All these simple things. Why do you want to change? Do you want more respect from your family, from your peers? All these questions, just answer them, honestly. Because when it gets hard, you can come back to this, and then you know why you're doing it. You know the man you're becoming. You know what's stopping you, and then you can overcome these roadblocks. Now, these are all the list of the habits that align with that goal, and these are the first 5 that I would pick and track every single day if I would pick 5. Pick and track these 5 every single day. Now, these ones are extra, and you should be able to hit all of these, but these are just examples, but the first 5 are pretty much mandatory, except we'll be training 4 times per week. So obviously swap this one out for daily supplements or 7 hours, or as long as you hit 5 of these every single day for your time frame, I guarantee you'll hit results. But I get it. That's why I've got a few extras, because I know as men it's hard to sleep for 7 hours when we're busy and we're doing things like that. So make sure that you track 5 of these daily and get these wins stacking so this consistency can compound. So when you look back on days that you don't feel like going, you can see that you've given yourself an undeniable stack of proof you are who you say you are. And I'm going to show you exactly how to track your foods and how to work out your calories here. So you can click this link, you're going to go to here, and you're going to do this with me. You're going to do this weight, 175, 5 foot, 9 inches, 24. Now you're going to go one less here just to make sure. So if we work out 4 times a week, we'd just go and do this one. Then you're going to select our goal, which we've already worked out together. 1 pound per week, calculate. Now it's going to give you numbers here, which they aren't entirely correct, but I'm going to show you exactly how. This is just to give you a rough overview. So we're going to head back. We're going to head back over here, 145. These aren't completely right, but they are going to give you an overview of what your calories will look like, as opposed to 9, which is 1939 calories, carbs 170. Now, sorry for that. The way we do it around here is we're going to increase our protein and we're going to drop our fats, right? We're going to keep our carbs relatively the same, but we want high protein, so we're going to aim for 1.1 grams per pound we weigh. So if I weigh 175, that means 175 times 1.1, 192.5, right? So we're going to swap that here, 192, then we're going to take it off 8. Right, because we've added on 17 grams of protein, which is 4 calories per 1 gram, so that'd be 68 total calories. We're going to take this off our fats, so we're going to get as close as we can to that. So that would be 8 times 9 is 72. That's pretty close to 68 calories, right? So you're going to take it off your fats. So that would mean I'm taking off 8 grams of fat. So then I'd have now 68 grams of fat. And this will still equal to your overall calories that you want, right? Now that you know this, you can actually play around with your fats and carbs, but as long as you hit your protein, you will be absolutely golden. You hit your carbs an hour and a half before your workout, you can optimize your diet around anything, which I'm just about to show you now. You're going to head over to MyFitnessPal. This is going to be a bit of a headache. Right, now that we've got MyFitnessPal open, you're going to head to goals, then you're going to hit edit, and then you're going to plug the numbers in that it gave you, or that we've just worked out. Right, so it'd be 170, and then 68, right? Then we're going to save our changes. From here, all you're going to do, you're going to go to food. And this is where it gets tedious, but initially, what I'm going to get you to do is enter in all these foods that I've got written here for you. Right? So you're going to go add food, and you just have to do this once in your whole entire life. So you're going to go chicken breast, search, and then you're going to add one, and then you're going to add your food to diary, right? And then you're going to have this forever. So you only have to do this once. It is boring, it is tedious, but once you've added them all, it becomes easy, because then you can go, let's say for lunch, you can add a heap of checked foods, because I've already got them all here. So even though it's not lunch, we'll just do a banana, peanut butter, some oats, and some protein powder. So we're going to add checked. From here, that's all we got. That's what we need, right? And then from here, you can go like this. You can go remember meal, and go yum number 1, right? And then you save meal, and then it's literally in there for the rest of your life. Now, obviously, you're going to play around with your own calories and how that works, but that is literally how it works, because now you can go add food, and you can go my meals, and you've literally got all your food saved. So yes, this is going to take time initially. It's a pain in the ass, but once you've done it once, done it with all these foods, you can then play around with your own macros, and as long as you hit your protein goal and eat a good carb source by filling up with mixed vegetables and stuff like that, these are extremely low in calories, you can fill up on these. And then from there, you can just add in the foods that you want, because I guarantee you, if you do this right, you will literally be able to add any food that you want into your diet so that you can stick to it over a long period of time. So now that we know how to do that, I'm going to show you, and just make sure you weigh yourself for 7 to 14 days while eating the suggested calorie intake, okay? Just to make sure that the weight's dropping. If you aren't losing weight, drop your calories by 200 to 400. But because they're pre-saved into MyFitnessPal, you literally just have to drop the numbers. You can literally just play around with the numbers that you've already got in your saved meals and decrease them a slight bit. And that makes it so much easier doing that one time, just taking the time, and you will never ever have to be fat again. Now, this is the 3-2-2 method built. And this is just how to train effectively with only 45 to 60 minutes, 4 times per week. I'll add that in. 4 times per week. This is exactly how you set this up. You do your heaviest movement first. For example, we'll do a back day. Heaviest movement first will be bent over row. 3 sets here, 6 to 10 reps to failure, and drop set that last set, which basically means 40 kgs. You do that last set. Once you've gone to failure, you drop off down to 20 kgs, and then you do another set straight away. So the first set and second set, they have 3 to 4 minute rests in between. And then on that third set, no rest between your drop set and final set, right? Now, obviously, do it for the exercises you like. And then the next one, specific secondary movement. Example, lat pull down. If you want to grow your lats, you would put that here, right? And then you're going to do this 2 sets and train to failure every single set with 2 to 3 minute rests. Then third exercises, target your whole area. So for your back, you could do cable seated row and pull to your chest, pull to your nipples, and that would hit your lats and your upper back. Alright, so that would target your whole area. But you've already done the damage here. So we're just going to go high reps, rest for 90 seconds, and then drop set that final set again, just to really get that nice, juicy, damn pump. Now, on days like leg days, you'd start with your heaviest movement, like your hack squat. You do your leg extensions, for example, and then you move on to your hamstrings and do your RDLs, and then you do your lying leg curl or your seated leg curl, right? So when you've got two body parts that you want to hit, add in that extra one there. So then swap, make this your main movements, like your leg extensions, like your hack squats, and then from here, do your RDLs, do your secondary movement that you want to hit. Right, it is that simple. Now you set this up to do 4 times per week. I train Monday, Tuesday, rest day Wednesday, train Thursday, Friday, and then rest day Saturday, Sunday. It is that simple. You got your cardio protocols, and all of these burn about 300 calories. This does depend each person to person, but this is a guideline. So 45 to 60 minutes of just going for a casual walk, and 30 minutes on the Stairmaster levels 5 and 6, and then treadmill speed 4, incline 12, and then cycling 30 minutes, resistance 5, RPM 80 to 90. There's another guide here to track, and literally if you do this, you'll burn about 300 calories, like I said, different person to person, but burning that extra fuel, and it's so good for your mental health. It's so good to go for a walk, to literally push yourself through hard things, and that's why I include cardio, because you can do it without it, but I always include cardio in mine, because it's just an absolute game changer, because it helps your mindset, right? It helps build you up as a person, showing you are who you say you are, giving yourself another reward for your personal growth, giving you another piece of evidence you are who you say you are. But in the beginning, it is going to be hard, right? In the beginning, it's tough. Otherwise, you would have already had the physique right now. So instead of judging yourself off these big wins, use anything you can as a possible win, right? Literally anything. So instead of me getting to the gym, obviously that's the win, but set that as your outcome. Set that as your goal, and then break it down. So if I'm sitting on the couch over here, imagine if I was sitting on the couch and I know I needed to go to the gym. Thoughts in the back of my mind, I'm lazy, can't be fucked going, but instead of thinking about the gym, think about what it takes to get there. So I just need to know, all right, I got to get up off the couch, and I got to put my shoes on, and then I got to get in the car, right? Count these as small wins. Waking up in the morning, just start stacking and compiling as many as you can. Then you actually get yourself to the gym to do the cardio, right? And then that win, that big win, then they start to compound as well. And then you've got all these wins flooding in, giving yourself an undeniable stack of proof you are who you say you are. This builds through habits and consistency. That's why it's so important to track your progress on the inputs, and not the fact that you haven't lost 17 pounds, right? Because that seems so far away. That's why it's important to track on the inputs that you're doing the daily things every single day, so that you can see yourself winning even when you haven't got your outcome-based goal yet. And discipline becomes massive. You just got to remember your why, man. That's why we set it out at the start. When you pair the fact that you're giving yourself an undeniable stack of proof you are who you say you are, by aligning your goals and your vision of who that person is, and then showing up, building habits consistently, tracking your progress, basing your progress off your inputs and not your outcome, building your discipline. It's why it's so important to have a why you don't want to be fat anymore, why you hated the person that you were. It just becomes undeniable that you hit your end goal, that you will get there, that you will be happy, that you will be confident, that you will be ripped, that you will be rare, that you will have some self-respect, but more, you will be capable of more, to have bigger life goals, right? That's what it gives. Then you realize that this is just a concept, that you can carry this into anywhere in life. You set your end goal, you set your end destination, and you can reverse engineer pretty much almost anything. You realize that this transfers into every aspect of life. And you've hit your end goal, you're ripped, you're confident, you're rare, you're respected, you have more status, you are capable of more, and you realize that you can do more things in life. Because that's what it gives, and that's what I want to give to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this broke it down. I hope you use this template. Let me know the results you get, and I hope this helps, man, because it's exactly how to overcome every single roadblock that you're going to face on the way there. And yeah, like, subscribe, whatever. I don't know how YouTube works, but do all that if you enjoyed this. And I hope you build your confidence back. I hope you get ripped. I hope you get rare. And so enjoy. Thank you.